You said you love traditional dating, being treated like a lady and not having to worry about anything, but doing modern things. Modern dating to me is a little stressful or too basic. Nobody wants to Netflix and chill. What do you mean?
So when I said modern dating stuff, like modern activities, like
like mini golf.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And you said you want to get to know the person you're spending time with. You love traditional dating, being treated like a lady. Going around the table, do you also like traditional dating, being treated like a lady?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
You said yes?
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah. Okay. Would you consider yourselves traditional women?
Yes.
No.
No.
I can be.
What do you mean?
Because we grow up in a modern age, right? We're part of the modern age. So we know what it is to date modern and live in this society. But I was taught traditional ways and things that you do. And
okay. And then what about you?
Yeah. Some aspects.
Okay. So can you guys list for me, what are some of the things, like when you say you love traditional dating and being treated like a lady, can you maybe give me like 2 or 3 things that you might expect from a guy when it comes to traditional dating?
To keep it simple, like open the door for me.
Sure. Okay. Open the door.
Yeah. Plan the date, initiate. Sure. And yeah.
Okay. What about you?
Also, real quick, Brian, sorry, I don't mean to cut in. I just want to make the correction. I said it was 1 acre per person in Texas. It's 0.2 acres. My bad. Just wanted to correct it.
All right.
Go ahead.
Providing protection, chivalry, like being romantic. Yeah.
Okay.
I think just not being so handsy so fast, right? It's like the first date and a guy's like trying to grab your titties.
Like
so.
Yeah.
You said the question was the aspects in traditional dating.
Yeah, like you said, being treated like a lady. You love traditional dating. So what are some of the things that a guy would do to do that? Like she said, open the car door, paying for the date, this sort of thing.
Leading.
Leading,
like definitely
okay.
leading.
Yeah.
And taking it slow too. I feel
Taking
like,
it slow?
getting to know somebody. Like we talked about 3 dates, like
Courting.
a couple dates. Yeah, courting. I like that word.
Okay.
Being provider and like opening door, being romantic.
Okay. And so what, I guess, are you doing in exchange for this? Like, what are you doing that's traditional? And how are you treating him like a gentleman?
Could we just randomly talk or?
Well, how about we start here?
Well, if it was my man's after a long day of work, I'll massage you. Make sure you come home to a clean home that smells good, home cooked meal.
Okay.
Lots of love.
Sure.
I would say the same thing, cooking, cleaning. Like if my man wants me to rub his feet, I'm gonna rub his feet, give him a massage.
What about you?
What was the question?
It's her, not you.
Me? Oh, yeah. Caretaking, if it is a relationship, if it's just starting and courting again.
The beginning.
Yeah, so the beginning. Definitely, I think like there's like certain things like when they open the door for you outside, you open it for them inside. Like there's certain things that you can like reciprocate back and forth.
Sure.
Yeah, it's the first one coming to my head right now.
Okay, what about you?
I think just like listening to him, listening to his problems, being his peace.
Here, I'll give you a couple prompts on this. Will you take your husband's last name?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh.
I've been in debate about it, but traditionally, I'm starting to think I will.
What's the debate?
My last name holds a lot of meaning to me. And so for a long time, I didn't really even believe in marriage. My aunt's a lawyer, and she most divorces or most marriages end in divorce. You do want to get
married though, right?
I do.
Okay.
And so my fight with myself was, do I keep and hold the history of my last name, right? Or do I go the traditional way? Like my big thought was like, okay, where's their standpoint on it? If he's okay with it and he understands my decision, then I would love to be able to. But if it is a topic of discussion and he is, it's a make or break deal.
Yeah. I want to have that conversation. Okay, go ahead. Yes, you take his last name. And just really quick, should the guy pay for the first date?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Yeah. If you're asking me.
Hold on.
If you're asking me to go, yeah.
You said there would be a conversation. Here's the conversation. Hey, babe, you're taking my last name. Is there a conversation after that?
Yeah.
What's the conversation?
Like, what is the meaning to you? Like, why is it so serious?
I'm a traditional man. This is the tradition. Mm-hmm. What other conversation needs to be had?
I mean, is it going to be on paper? Is it just in display? Like, is it just in our vows?
You're going to get a legal name?
Do I have to legally change it on paperwork now for everything?
You're going to get a legal name change to my last name. We're not going to hyphenate, and the children are going to have my last name.
Children are understandable.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah. Can in changing it, am I allowed to keep? That's what we call hyphen, right?
That's really actually kind of weird, though.
The hyphen where it's like really long.
No, if you wanted to keep your last name because it's that important to you that the namesake itself be kept, why would you allow the children to have a different last name? Because wouldn't your name still die with you?
True, but to me, it's to me, I hold my children and stuff like that kind of in the same viewpoint as the circumcision, right? It's not our decision. It's not my decision. I can't really make that all the way. It is with the parent. It is with my my spouse. And like in a traditional way, I would want them to take the last name.
But if the name is so important that you wouldn't want to change it because you think it should live on, this is the idea here. Why wouldn't you demand that the children also have the last name? It's going to die with you. I don't even understand. Like, well, how important is it really if it's just going to die with you anyway?
It's meaningful to me. And if my kids later on learn my understanding of what it meant to me and they decide they want to take that moving forward or they want to change their name and keep my last name too, they can do that.
So how long is this conversation going to be? Because I've already told you, I want our kids to have my last name. That's it.
The kid's fine, but the original conversation was me taking my last name.
You're taking my last name too.
So if it's a we're already getting married, I said yes to you, then I'll most likely take the last name. But if
what do you mean most likely? This is, I don't want to get married to you. This is like something that's very important to me.
Then I'm going to have to take some more time to think about it.
Oh, okay. Well, when I'm on a first date with you, I'm going to have to take some time and see if we got to go 50-50.
But this isn't.
And you can open your own car door. You can open your own car door, and you can do. We can be 50-50 until you decide whether you're going to take my last name.
But why would you ask?
But the first date and marriage isn't. Sorry, I didn't mean to
but you said you love.
The first date and marriage aren't on the same level.
You said you love traditional dating and being treated like a lady. Why aren't you treating your man, like a gentleman?
There's other ways to treat you like a man and show that you're.
So in all the ways, so you enjoy all the benefits that traditional dating entails.
No, I offer
Chivalry,
as well.
You offer what?
I offer.
Yeah, it's a token offer.
I take care.
What do you mean? What do you offer?
I'll in return, make sure if my person's taking care of me, it's a two-way stream. I'm going to feed you, you feed me. Okay. Are we at first dating stage, or we're talking about marriage and last names? Because those are two different aspects of, the dating spectrum.
Hold on. So just to be clear, you want the traditional benefits early in the relationship, and then you want the modern benefits when it really matters when you guys are married?
I believe they're mixed in, like it's a piece nowadays where they're mixed and blended together, and you're going to get the best of both those worlds and the worst.
Can I interject?
Yeah, go ahead.
I think the only thing that changed modern is just y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, if you want traditional courtship, why wouldn't you want to be a wife traditionally? Like, that just doesn't make sense to me.
There's other aspects of being a traditional wife outside of just taking the last name.
Yeah, but
yeah, that's nothing.
From a woman's point of view.
And I think traditional dating and marriage, right, are different amongst cultures too. I learned different things than in the U.S. than in Canada or than Europe. Like people kiss each other on both sides of the cheek.
But we talking about the name, though. The name, that's kind of universal.
The name.
Yeah, like taking on the last name. That's not. That only changed.
Well, actually, in I believe still in Mexico, the kids take both the last names. And then
all right, go date a Mexican. I don't know what to tell you, bro. I don't know. We're in the United States, dude. I don't know how to talk about Ethiopia. I don't know how to talk about some other country. I'm not thinking about some other country.
Yeah, we here.
We're in the United States.
Because we could bring up polygamy.
But
would y'all do that? They do that in other countries. Y'all with that? No.
That's here too. Polygamy is very big.
But it's taboo here.
It's taboo.
But it's vibrant in other countries. So obviously we could play that under country shit all day. So my question to y'all. So
yeah, I could go to Japan. Give me. Well, hold on.
That's what I'm saying. Like, y'all like to play this anomaly game. So let me ask you this: What are you willing to change your apparel for your man? Like, say if you got a very provocative Instagram and your man is like, I love you, but would you change your pictures? Would you take them down? Are you willing to do that for your man?
I've had this talk and I've had this conversation with the man before.
By the way, you guys have very revealing photos on your all four of you who said you
body positive.
You all have.
Okay with
It has
that.
nothing to do.
It's barely revealing. I got
hold on.
I have
Okay.
5 swimsuit pictures. Like,
No,
are y'all
bro,
virgin?
hold on,
Anybody
no,
virgin?
hold on. I looked at all of your Instagrams. You have a photo where I don't know if where you're like,
please don't bring
your
it.
your
It ain't
leg.
that bad. It ain't that bad.
It's looking right down Main Street at your crotch, bro, and you're in some panties.
That photo is from 3 years
bro,
ago.
that's revealing.
That old photo.
Still
So
revealing.
it's still online on your public OnlyFans.
So on a dating aspect of that, right? Because you asked, would
Marriage.
I change?
I'm talking about we about to get
Are
married.
we marriage
now.
or dating?
Marriage. We serious. We about to get married.
Okay, and now now we're all the way in,
Because
right?
you gotta
And wanna bring
realize
that
the L
to
the
me,
man
but you
taking.
knew where you met me like that.
It don't matter. We married now. So it's like I'm not gonna put stipulations
And
on
is
you
that a
because
make
you're
or
not my
break?
wife.
Are
It
you
is a
saying
make
you
or
need
break
to
for me.
change how you dress? You need to dress like this now? Or
Dress-
you can't dress like this moving
Or you can't
forward?
I'm talking about
type
if
of
you're
photo.
not. I'm talking about
So
if
we
you're
get married?
You could.
Or
how
we're not getting
when
married?
we're out in public, you with me, or if you're my wife, you're a representation of me, whether I'm around
Yes.
or not.
Yes.
Because women like to say, well, I can wear what I want when I'm by myself, but if somebody punch on you, I got to do something about it.
So if
right?
my person stays,
If you outside looking crazy, I can't tell you what to wear. A woman to say, well,
Are
I'm gonna
you
wear
revealing?
what I want. Some women to say, well, I can wear what I want.
So you're saying the girl got punched because she had
No,
revealing
what I'm
clothes
saying
on?
is, I'm saying that if you got into an altercation, regardless of what you're wearing, if you're outside and you got into a situation, your man got to defend you, right? Even though he has no say on, he has to defend you if somebody put his hands on you.
Right.
So if you are under my care, whether I'm present or not, then I should also have an opinion on how you carry yourself, whether I'm there or not.
I mean, it depends. Like, to what degree is the girl carrying herself? Like,
I'm talking about revealing clothes, sheer, see-through. I can see your nipples. Like, y'all know how y'all be dressing out here today.
but so if my significant other
traditional and
is
it's
stating
disrespectful to
like
your
I
man.
feel disrespected by certain things, but then vice versa, are you gonna be okay if I be like, hey babe, I don't like what you're wearing?
You got to prove to me how what I'm wearing is attracting something that's negative. Like, how am I, like,
if a man could prove that, then I will listen.
if you're, so I got to
I'm
prove.
going to listen
hang on.
here.
Maybe we can look at it at a different angle. Let me just ask you a question by a show of hands. The Titanic is going down, and you only have so many lifeboats. Do the women and children go first? Raise your hand if the women and children go first.
Yes.
Okay, that's the end of that. So if the women and children go
understand that
first and the
connection.
men have to go down with the boat, then you need to do what you're fucking told and wear the right shit that the men tell you to wear. Because otherwise,
wait, just to be clear,
you
just to
can
be
go
clear.
down. Otherwise, you can go down with the fucking ship, and we can
would say
lifeboat.
myself.
Wait, so hold
And
on.
What
because
are
we're
these
strong enough to make
comparisons? I
you
would go
go down
save
with the ship and take
myself.
a lifeboat,
So now it's four.
Y'all don't want to listen. Y'all
What
ain't
I'm
doing
now
what
it's
y'all
four.
want.
Now he says, sit down and
ultimately-
shut up and
Hang on.
Wait, hold on.
Freak out.
No.
Let me finish. The reason that all of you raised your hand is because you said that there's a social duty and a societal expectation that you have for men. Great. We have them for you too. And what we have for you is that we don't want you to wear skimpy clothes, right, and walk around and make a fool out of yourself, right? That is our social expectation.
male
If your
designers
social,
make
hang on,
Yeah,
let me
they get
finish.
you.
If your social expectation is we go down with a ship,
love it.
our social expectation in society is that you also have standards to adhere to.
Wait,
They
so,
don't care.
wait,
They
so
don't
just to be
care.
clear, you guys want men to literally die for you, but you draw the line at men wanting you to put on a jacket?
No,
Really?
No, I didn't
all I
even
was
say
saying
that.
is,
That's
what
crazy,
what
dude.
level
That's
are we at
crazy.
where a man is trying to tell me what I should be wearing and what type of
You
pictures
want men
that I
to
post?
die for you.
When did I say that?
Go down with
But
the
when
ship.
did I say that?
He literally just
Go down
asked.
with the ship.
He just asked the question. Do you?
Oh,
is
so
it
you guys are
women?
talking about the Titanic.
No, we're talking about it. No.
Specify
This
because I'm
is why they ain't want y'all to vote. This is why they ain't want y'all to vote.
Hang on,
Just
that's
like
fair.
this.
Hang on, that's fair.
Misogyny.
Let her answer.
No, I'm just saying, y'all
Let
been
her
saying some
speak for a
goofy ass
second.
shit.
Hang on.
Misogyny.
You're right. We're talking about the
Misogyny.
Titanic. Why in the Titanic should the men go down and the women get the lifeboats and the kids? Why?
That's
Why?
what happened in the movie. Because the mother,
I don't
Y'all,
think they should.
y'all
the
too
mother
smart for
could
this.
take
Y'all
care
too
of the
smart. Y'all too
kids,
smart.
Forget
and
the
the
kids.
kids have more life to
Forget
live.
the kids. Okay, the kids go first. That's a given.
We
Then
know
why
that
he
mothers
goes
know
next?
mothers know best when
I
it
think
comes
it
to
should
what
be
they're how
one
their
woman,
kids.
one man.
Mothers know best.
Like
mothers know best.
I think most mothers know best when it comes to their kids and raising their kids.
Andrew, do you have the stat?
If it's a traditional man that's out working and usually is not home to take care of the kids, yes, the woman should be going down with
I
kids.
just need to ask you this question then. If your social expectation is that women get on the lifeboats first, right after the children do, let's say the men on board the ship say to you, no, you stay on the boat and fucking sink. You can't force them.
Like,
right?
okay.
You can't. They could force you to stay on the boat, but you can't force them to stay on the boat. Why shouldn't they do that? Why shouldn't they? Why should they give you their spot on the boat? Why should they?
If they love you, that's fucked up.
Oh, but if you love them, that's fucked up.
They don't love
but
men.
hold on.
Hang on. Let me finish with. If you love them, that's fucked up. Why do they stay? And you
It's
go?
fucked up either way.
No, but why is the social expectation you go? And
Because the mother, I think personally, the mother should go with her kids because mothers know.
Wait, hold on.
If you're
Let's
not a
make it
mother,
simple.
then
Wait,
I feel like that's a different conversation.
Stop.
You're a parent.
Let's make this really simple. Everybody on the boat is single. Nobody knows anybody. How about that?
Where'd the kids come from?
Okay, so
kids.
it's either
Do the
women go or
first?
men go.
It's always going to be the women go.
What's the
I
social
think
expectation? We only
it
have
should be
here's the
one
thing.
of each.
We've got 30 spots on the lifeboat.
Like,
We've got exactly
Like, why would it
30
just only
women.
be women like that? Okay, now I don't
on
understand
Noah's
what
Ark,
you're talking
you
about.
took
Y'all
one
women
man,
just
one
want to be
woman.
right, man. Y'all be playing these goofy ass games.
What's
man.
goofy?
Like,
Because we just said, one woman and one man should go down.
Because y'all want.
Is that not fair?
Because you want the best from men, and you're not willing to give him your best. The fact that a man got to argue with you about
Why
covering.
is my last name the only best I have?
No man has
I'm
to
over that.
argue
I'm
with
talking
me.
about-
No man has to argue with me about what I wear.
That's what you want to do. But traditional was the key. I'm sorry, Brian.
No.
Traditional was the key word. That's why. But let's put that down. If a man's supposed to give you the best, you think that a lot of men make a lot of money, like you said earlier. You said a lot of the guys in the league, a lot of which is not. But we're gonna go with your argument. So you want the best that men have to offer, and he can't tell you to cover your ass up.
Why?
And you're not a virgin on top of that? Like, what is men getting out of marrying women like this?
I never said that a man could not tell me what to wear. I
just
Wait, guys,
no,
one
I
at a
didn't.
time. One at a
No, I
time.
didn't.
So he can?
Yes, but it depends what level are we at. That's the question that I asked. What
First
level
date.
are we at?
You my girl.
First date and a man is telling me what to wear is
Yep.
crazy.
I ain't say that. But first of all,
Now we about to we're married. Okay, cool.
they
Like
didn't
you
even
want to
know
tell me
you
what to
before
wear?
marriage.
They didn't even
I'm
know
having
you
sex
were
with you.
fucking
Put like
about
this.
shit.
At the moment, this.
Are we boyfriend and girlfriend?
Listen,
That's fine.
I feel you. This the moment when you supposed to listen. When if somebody do something to you, I gotta do something back. That's when you listen to me.
Okay,
so that's right away.
Yep,
exactly.
That's
So
fair.
do
But
we-
to say, oh, you can't wear this, and it's
That
the
was
first
really-
date
that
is
was really
crazy.
good there.
Soon as I gotta defend your honor. That's the moment you listen to me, and that's as soon as I meet you. Because
But what about the women that's not dressed crazy and a nigga still go and slap their ass? Then what about that?
I mean, and that's a degenerate, stupid dude. But is
Yeah,
that
they
the
get beat
majority?
up.
Y'all always gotta find these anomalies that we look for. It's women
Actually,
online
I
right
mean, they
now
get beat
that's
up,
cooking their
right?
kids
They
in
get
the oven. Am I gonna bring that up as an argument? Exactly. No, look. Am I lying?
No, you're
It's
not lying.
happening.
It's
Women are
happening.
putting their kids in the oven, all types
In the
of weird ass
microwave
shit.
too.